Yo, this your boy, the real McCoy, coming at you, man. Be talking boxing for all my boxing heads out there, man. I wanted to do this video right off the bat, you know what I mean? Where the fight's fresh on my mind. Had the PBC on NBC, you know what I'm saying, leading up to the Floyd Mayweather versus Andre Berto. You know what I mean? Supposed to be Floyd's his last fight, you know what I mean? He's gonna retire, you know what I mean? Things like that. So it was a good fight. It was in with the Foxwoods Resort in Connecticut, you know what I mean? And the main event was Kid Chocolate Peter Quillin at 154. He was the 160 champion. Then he had some family issues, so he relinquished the belt. But he had Kid Chocolate Peter Quillin, man, had fought a very tough Michael Zerafa, yeah. So Zerafa, you know, he had some moments. He had a good stiff jab against Quillin, landed some good solid right hands. But in the 5th round, things got bad. It got real bad, man. In the 5th round, Quillin was against the ropes, and they got caught in exchanges. And you know, Zerafa landed a couple of shots, but Quillin's a power puncher. You know what I mean? He's what, 32-0 with 1 draw he had against Andy Lee, his last fight on PBC, and now he has 23 knockouts. So he's a power puncher. You know, they got caught in the exchanges. Now Quillin landed a left hook and 2 solid rights that sent Zerafa kind of backpedaling against the ropes. And Quillin, he's a power puncher. He caught him with a flush right hand. Wow, flush right hand, square in the face. Knocked the guy. And when I saw it, I was like, that doesn't look good. He's laid there, and he was unconscious. They asked the ringside doctor to interview him. He said he was unconscious, and they had to take him out of the ring on a stretcher. You never want to see that. I mean, I like to see knockouts like anybody else, things like that. I like to be entertained, but you never want to see a guy being taken. I mean, the guy's got a family, you know what I mean? Zerafa was making his debut here in the United States. He's from Australia, you know what I mean? You want to see the guy get back home to his family, to his home, to his country, safe, you know what I mean? Good thing the doctor did say later on that he was in the ambulance being escorted to the hospital. You know, he was responding to the medical staff, medical personnel. You know, he was able to use and feel his lower extremities, his legs and his arms, so he wasn't paralyzed. The stretcher was more of a precaution than anything else, things like that. But he caught him. Quillin caught him with a vicious right hand. It kind of reminded me of the right hand that Thomas Hitman Hearns had when he hit Roberto Duran. And I think it ended in the 2nd round. A big right hand, wow, right, like that. Dropped Duran. I mean, that's what Quillin did. It took the guy off on the stretcher. I mean, Peter Quillin showed class, things like that. You just don't want to see that. And it's, you know, it kind of reminds me when people say, "Oh, Floyd Mayweather is boring," things like that. Man, boxing is a brutal sport. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's hit and not get hit, and that's why Floyd chooses to fight the way he fights. But anyway, that's a different video, different day. You know what I mean? But hearts and prayers go out to Michael 04 and his family, Zerafa. Hopefully he's healthy, gets back to Australia healthy, things like that. You never want to see a guy being taken out of the ring on the stretcher. You know what I mean? After the fight, Kid Chocolate called out Danny Jacobs, who has a belt at 160 at middleweight. And after Jacobs, his last fight a few weeks ago on PBC, he called out Kid Chocolate. You know, they're cool, they're good friends, but in the day, it's competition. They're competitors. And both guys want to fight each other. I don't know. I'm assuming Kid Chocolate's going to move up to 160 for that fight. Both guys are from Brooklyn, and they want to fight at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. And Danny Jacobs even said December 5th to be more specific. Now, that might be a little bit early, especially that early in the month, maybe late December, early January. But hey, who knows? You know what I mean? But I want to say that. But the main reason why I want to make this video, man, is because Jermall Charlo, you know, you got the Charlo twins, Jermall Charlo and Jermall Charlo, the twins. I know the commentators say that Jermall is 1 minute older than Jermall, but Jermall he knocked out Cornelius Bondrich. You know what I mean? Now the knock on the Charlo twins is that they haven't fought anybody. Well, you can't necessarily say that anymore because he has a belt. Bundrich was the IBF super welterweight champion of the world. So now Charlo has a belt now. Now I'm not saying just because he has a belt and he beat Bundrich that that his resume is A+ now. That's not what I'm saying. But the guy does have a legitimate belt. Now Bundrich at 154, he wasn't up there with Canelo, Cotto, Lara, and being mentioned with those guys, Kid Chocolate, but he did have a belt. Now Charlo does have a belt. Things like that. So what I'm saying is, I think it's time that we start giving these Charlo boys a shot here now. Don't just ignore them. You know what I mean? Don't ignore them no more. I mean, Charlo has. I think Jermall is better than Jermall. Both, I mean, especially Jermall. Both of them, but they're very skilled, athletic. Jermall is the bigger puncher. You know, good size, good athletes, hand speed, foot speed. Defense is solid. You know what I mean? But things like that, very good fighters, very skilled fighters. And you know, they're 25. I know Jermall, he's 6 foot, 73.5-inch reach. Now with his physique and his age and his size, right now he's at 154. I don't think he will have any issue whatsoever moving up to 168 in about 3 or 4 years. I mean, 4 years, he'll only be 29, you know. So he can move up. I don't know if Andre Ward will still be there at 168. He'll probably be at 175 light heavy, things like that. But that could be a fight down the road. But now he has a belt. It's kind of like with Deontay Wilder when he beat Ben Stavern for the WBC heavyweight championship of the world. You know, he had a belt. Now that, like I say, that doesn't mean that his resume is A+ top notch. But the guy's got a belt now. You can't take that from him. No matter how you slice it, dice it, whatever you want to do, you can't take that from him. He has a belt. Just like Jermall Charlo, he has a belt now. So, you know what I mean? I was thinking maybe, I was like, okay, this guy, he can fight a Kid Chocolate, Peter Quillin. But it seems like Quillin and Jacobs, they want to fight each other. So that seems to be set in stone, you know what I mean? So whatever agreement needs to be, they'll sacrifice whatever they need to sacrifice, because I think they really want to fight each other, you know? But I'm thinking that, you know, we got Cotto Canelo at a catchweight in November. I think most people believe, and what I'm hoping, you know, is nothing set in stone yet. The winner of Cotto Canelo is gonna get Triple G in 2016, because I'm pretty sure Triple G is gonna beat Lemieux. You know what I mean? They're gonna get Triple G in 2016. What I think could happen, the loser of Cotto Canelo should get Jermall Charlo, because he's got a belt now. The IBF, he's got a belt. The loser of Cotto Canelo get Charlo. I mean, that's, even though whoever loses that fight, I would still like to see them fight a Charlo. I think a Charlo and Canelo would be a good fight. I think a Jermall Charlo and Cotto would be a good fight. You know what I mean? Peter Quillin, Kid Chocolate, and Charlo. I think it'd be a solid, especially with Peter Quillin's punching power. You know what I mean? And the size, because Jermall Charlo is a big junior middleweight, 154. He looks like a middleweight. Just like Triple G, he's a big middleweight. He looks like a super middleweight. You know what I mean? Things like that. Maybe Charlo and Triple G down the road. Now, some of you Triple G fans like, oh, come on, man. Charlo is not ready for no Triple G. But, you know, you look at Triple G's resume, it's not A+ caliber either. You know what I mean? Triple G should have been fought Andre Ward. Move up. You want to fight him at a catchweight? Dude, move up. You know what I mean? Things like that. But I'm not saying he's ducking. That's not what I'm saying. I'm like, oh, you saying? No, I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, his resume is not top notch either. So it's the same reason people knock Wilder, the same reason why people want to knock maybe the Charlo and the guys like that. But not Charlo. Jermall Charlo has an IBF championship belt. He has a title. Even though I believe we should I made a video about this, we should completely get rid of all those sanctioning bodies and go to transnational boxing rankings, have a unified, anyway, now he has a title. Hey, he can start making some noise and calling these guys out. You know what I mean? Because I'm pretty sure, and even his advisors are probably telling him, you probably won't get the winner of Cotto Canelo. That's probably going to be Triple G. But hey, if you want to put your name out there, whoever loses that fight, I'm pretty sure they're probably going to want to, you know, have another statement fight. Hey, Charlo, he's right there, man. I mean, you can't, I mean, the guy's knocking guys out. He's 22-0 with 17 knockouts. So the knockout ratio is very high. You know what I mean? He had a knockdown in every round against Bundrich. Then he finally got to stop in the third. You know what I mean? So 22-0, 17 knockouts. He's bringing excitement, things like that. I just think it's time to give these Charlo boys a shot, man. Give these guys a shot. Why not? You know what I mean? I mean, when you look at the landscape from 140, super lightweight, junior welterweight from 140, all the way up to 160 at middleweight, it's a lot of noise right there, man. It's a lot of noise from 140 to 160. Who gonna step up? Who gonna bang on the drum and make some noise? I mean, at 140, you got Terrence Crawford, Lucas Matisse, Provodnikov, Lamont Peterson. I think Adrian Broner should move back down to 140. At 147, it's so deep. I mean, Danny Garcia's at 147, Amir Khan, Keith One-Time Thurman, Sean Porter, Kell Brook or Brock, whatever. Timothy Bradley, and it's supposed to be Floyd's last fight later on tonight. Timothy Bradley, 154 to Charlo, Cotto, Canelo, Lara, I think Cotto's middleweight. You know what I mean? Maybe throw Trout in there a little bit. Middleweight, you got Triple G. I mean, you got Kid Chocolate, Danny Jacobs. So there's a lot of noise can be made from 140 to 160. Fights that the fans want to see. And that's all I'm saying. I'm just all over Charlo's bandwagon. No, I'm talking as a boxing fan. Charlo and Triple G maybe. Charlo and Cotto. Charlo and Canelo. You know what I mean? I'd like to see these fights, no doubt. You know what I mean? But I think it's time to give these guys a shot, man. Get a Charlo twin. I'm not saying anybody's ducking. That's not what I'm saying. But it's time to, you know, hey, let these guys fight. He's got a belt now. Jermall Charlo has a belt. IBF. No, he has a title. You can't take that from him. You know what I mean? So, hey. But anyway, man, let me know what you guys think, man. I'm just an average boxing fan. I'm excited about future bouts that's coming up. You know what I mean? Tell you the Floyd fight is coming up in a couple of hours against Berto. He says if he's gonna retire, the landscape is wide open for who could be the next guy. Terrence Crawford, maybe an Earl Spence Jr., Deontay Wilder can dominate the sport. At heavyweight, Jermall Charlo. You know what I mean? I say him and his twin Jermall, they're both equally skilled. That Jermall has the punching power. You know what I mean? He could make some noise. I can see him going up to 160, whatever. You know what I'm saying? 168, things like that. I mean, I think it's time to give these guys. They're not household names yet. Excuse me. They're not household names yet. But hey, that takes time. You know what I mean? That takes the 154. I mean, it makes some noise, man. You know, I think the loser could fight a Charlo in February, March, April, something in the spring of 2016. No doubt. He's got a belt now. I don't know if it'd be pay-per-view, but he's got a belt now. And whoever the loser of Cotto Canelo, they're going to want to fight somebody and get back on the winning track. You know what I mean? I don't think Cotto would retire if he lose. Hey, Cotto Charlo would be a good fight. You know what I'm saying? Even if you guys haven't heard of a Charlo twins, that would be a good fight. Trust me. You know what I mean? Anyway, man, I'm just excited, man. So we got Mayweather Berto later on tonight. I'm gonna do a video on that recap, breaking it down, things like that. But let me know what you guys think, man. I'm just excited, an average boxing fan, and I just want to do this video, man. Like I said, it's time for the Charlo twins to make some noise. Let these guys be some household names. Man, PBC is a good way to do it. You know what I mean? Things like that. And I'm just let me know what you guys think, man. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. If you agree, disagree, whatever the case may be, just let me know, man. This your boy, The Real McCoy, man. I'm out. Peace.